Coercive control laws in the U.S. should cover these 10 areas. This is what's happening here. It's criminal. Domestic abuse is about a pattern of domination, intimidation, and deliberately impeding the rights of one's intimate. It doesn't have to be intimate. They're using it as a strategy to exclude me from this law. Impeding the rights of, this is altering web material to conceal crimes. Partner, this is called coercive control. Increasingly, legislation. It's harder because I'm reading through another device. Legislatures, because I want you to see it. Legislators across the United States are passing laws that include explicit references to coercive control. These laws are designed to address damage inflicted apart from physical violence, even if people in my environment and law enforcement are in cahoots. A pattern of coercive and controlling behavior proceeds, motivates, and increases the likelihood of physical violence in relationships, which police have escalated to kidnappings and assaults. Offenders who exercise control over their partners daily, which you see all day long. Daily activities are more than 5 times more likely to kill them, and for some reason that's highlighted, than other domestic abusers, and remarkable 20% of domestic homicides. The murder was the first act of physical violence, but these were always preceded by coercive and controlling behavior. And law enforcement is leaving me to sit in those incredible statistics, and they have actually been accomplices. A lot of times I did not know if I was going to make it through with your law enforcement. That's a threat to me. I thought that they were going to kill me. They were looking around for witnesses, and I was actually relieved to get handcuffed. And then, like the one that assaulted me and threw me down on the ground at Red Roof, there was nothing in his eyes like these videos. There was nothing there. He was twisting my arm. It was hurting, threw me down on the ground. I need knee replacements. And then twisted my arm. I started screaming in pain. Then I was grateful that he lifted off. I thought they were going to lie and said I did something and shot me. I also thought they were going to kill me in Inspiring Body of Christ Church. I thought they were going to kill me in jail. So, it may not seem like my experiences of the way that I represent myself. I want you to know how I feel and how this feels. There was hit and runs and murders, serious events, trapped on trains and buses. And, out of all these reports, I'm most fearful of trying to flee this man, because that's when it's escalated or putting on makeup. That is typical on all these movies, but I'm fleeing something that is impossible. You have a wife and kids. Only thing that you're doing is monitoring me illegally and to getting gratification on terrorizing me. And you're convincing yourself that there's some kind of connection that don't exist. And the railroading my life, not letting me move on with my life, enlisting people to threaten me. I can't get my calls. You're trapping me in something that don't exist, won't let me move on with my life. And you have a whole wife and nothing. They like to come over here when I'm doing video diaries in mow the lawn. This environment covers for this man, as well as everywhere else I'm at. So nonetheless, as I stated in the email, you'll see the date, and then they said to put out. I said, go on with your life. You have a wife and kids. And then they gave me a notice the next day. I said they're going to put me out. I reported it to the police before it happened. Since it's happening by the hands of the police, they wouldn't investigate the report. They didn't want me stated on body cam footage, so they throw it in the trash. Now someone's blowing the horn. My neighbor. Why is everyone covering for this man? So nonetheless, I reported to them prior, and they don't want me to have the reports to go to court that my abuser had already. I reported to the police that they were going to put me out, and they put me out of 50 other locations for this man and blame me for their crimes, location to location. So that is the coercive control. All these parties, when are they going to get their charges? And I've seen for an extended amount of time, people weren't threatened by my safety. So I don't know, since because it endangers other safety, can something finally be done?